Hello, I'm Sandra. How about you?
I'm Felix.
Felix, nice meeting you. And what do we have here? Tell us a bit about your flyer and what you do.
So we are from Status Technology. Status Technology is involved in a lot of child tech services, such as robotics, coding, electronics, a whole lot. But today we are here to talk about our STEM storybooks. So STEM, which is a very, very popular thing in Ghana now, meaning science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We want to break misconceptions about science that is difficult, the misconceptions about math that girls can't do math, break it down in a form of storytelling, which we are doing through our storybooks. We have a pilot storybook here called the Tableau Periodique. It talks about the periodic table, but in a very, very interesting and fun way. We realize that a lot of children are able to retain the things that they learn, that their knowledge, through visuals. So if we have the visuals present, they'll be able to link the knowledge and the visuals. So that's what we aim to do, and that's why we are here today to talk about our STEM storybooks.
So if you are saying children, what age range could you give children who would be able to comprehend what you've written in your books?
Right. So we aim at getting children from as early as those who can identify alphabets to as old as you can get. Even I consider myself a child because someone gave birth to me. And someone kind of takes care of me, even not financially, but through prayers or something. So for everybody, I shouldn't even just limit it to children. For everybody who wants to understand some concept in science, technology, engineering, and maths, can just pick our books, pick a little something from it, and then we go a long way. So it's not just for kids, it's just for anybody who can read at all. Right.
So do you think kids need assistance to be able to comprehend it, or it is a self-teaching something?
Okay, so we aim at making it both ways, in the sense that in some cases the kids will need a bit of guidance from maybe their teachers or their parents, because there are some names that maybe they may not be able to pronounce, or there will be some concepts that will be a bit above their head. But once they get to understand the basic principle behind it through the story, they're able to kind of grasp it faster. There are some too, you can just look at the pictures and tell what is happening, right? So that is the aim, and that is what we intend to do.
Do you think you can take us a bit through it since we are very curious about how they are mathematics and English and all?
So the beautiful thing about this book, which was our pilot we did 5 years ago, is that people know about chemistry, they know about elements. For example, oxygen, a very, very common element. I asked a couple of kids what we need oxygen for. They said, if we don't get oxygen, we will die, which is true. But they didn't know that oxygen can interact with hydrogen, and that forms water. Our water is all around us, right? Now, in this book, we took one noble gas, that is argon, and we centered the story around argon. Now, argon is such that since she can't react normally as the other elements do, she wanted to find ways to bond with other elements. And this book explores that adventure, which she goes through, and eventually she gets to be in a reaction, but it's not what she expected. So, if you purchase the book, you probably know how the story ends. But it doesn't end there. There's a whole series, so it's not just argon. There are other characters as well that we are portrayed in this series. And it's not just even limited to chemistry. There are some things such as the fixes that talks about a mother and a child who go around fixing things that are broken in the house. For example, a blender. So you can see some electrical components, how they work in the blender. You put it together, and eventually, maybe you can even put your own blender together. So
that's very interesting. And if we need your books, where can we get them? Where can we find you? Actually, maybe your socials or where you are at the moment.
So, like I said, the name of the company is Status Technology. You can find us at www.statustech.com. Status Tech, as in short for technology.com. And we have a QR code that we can show as well. If you scan the code, it takes you to our site where it even talks more about the books that we are trying to bring out. So,
that's very wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.